Here I am.
I made it. Barely.
She literally just sat down.
Yeah.
Well.
Happy Thursday.
Emily just walked in, and she was eating chicken wings.
Yeah, I literally just got home from work 7 minutes ago and scarfed down some chicken wings that he put on the smoker today because the food I ate at work I know was not enough. So no OMAD for me today. That's all right. This week's just been so weird for me. I feel like it's been a week where nothing's really going right. And it's all minute things. And I shouldn't complain. I don't feel like I should complain. But it just feels like it's just, yeah, been one of them weeks.
Today was good. I made dinner.
You did. And I got my yoga in this morning, and I got tanning in this morning, and I went to work, and it's just been rolling with the punches kind of day.
So I came in, and I was thinking, all right, so we have an announcement to make. There's going to be a new member of the family.
What?
I purchased it a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So I bought, if anyone knows anything about smokers.
Yep.
I
bought a new smoker.
We did. I bought a RSK.
Yeah.
The RSK 1250. And I have been so excited that I've been like literally almost dreaming about smoking meat.
Yeah.
So, since I quit smoking, now I can smoke meat.
More meat.
More meat.
More meat.
So I was thinking all day long. So I was like, I think we have wings. We need to set wings out.
Yeah.
So I smoked wings. I smoked hot dogs. I smoked burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's been fun. And
you guys know I've been trying to talk him into a bigger smoker. And he called me because the RSK, the one that we wanted, finally was on sale for a little bit of a discount. And he called me and explained all this stuff, how we should probably go with the Pit Boss.
But I wanted the RSK.
He wanted the RSK, and I said, if you're calling me to talk you out of the RSK, it's not happening. So just hang up the phone and order it.
So, all right, just so you know, I've been watching this RSK now for a while.
Yeah.
And everybody on the cruise was like, oh, you got to get a RSK, you got to get a RSK. You know, because I was saying, versus the Pit Boss. And everyone pretty much unanimously said, don't get a Traeger. So that's where we're at. So,
yeah.
But anyway, I was like, you know what? If I get a Pit Boss and I don't like it, everyone's going to be like, well, we told you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And since we're going to use this a lot, and I am one of them people who's like quality over quantity.
Yes.
We paid extra for it. Anyway, I've been watching this thing, and I know it was expensive. It's like a used car.
Yeah.
It was normally priced at like $1,519 or something like that, and I kept telling her, I was like, you know what? No, it needs to be 20% off.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple other sales, and they have not been 20. Train. It has not been 20% off. Like even when other things are on sale on the website, that has not been on sale at all. Like everything else will be on sale except that one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? So then in Lowe's the other day with a coworker, I was like, that's the one I want if I don't get a RSK.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and he's like, what's a RSK? And I pulled it up online.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was 20% off. And I was like, now daggone it, now I got to buy it because I've said so many that I would.
Oh, yeah.
Dustin says, what's wrong with Traeger? So from what I understand...
don't know.
From what I understand, the guy who designed Traeger now works for Pit Boss.
Uh-huh.
And from what I understand also, like Traeger didn't used to be in the big box stores. Mm-hmm. It didn't used to be in Home Depot and places like that. You used to have to order them and things like that. And I guess that after so long of being in there, the newer ones, the quality is really going down. Yeah, it's the quality of the Traegers, from what I understand, is really going down year after year. Meanwhile, the price is still like at that high-end market price.
So
basically, you're paying for a Cadillac price on a Chevette.
A Chevette. So yeah, and it's a bigger smoker than the one that we have. So we're going to be able to smoke lots of meats. And I'm very happy about that because I feel like the biggest pain for us, like if we have all the kids here or something, we can't smoke wings. And I don't like that because we can't smoke enough. And now we're going to be able to. And I'm happy about that.
All right, Nora says RecTech. Is that what you say? Yes. So it is RecTeq.
Yeah, RecTech.
RecTech. And if I could justify buying the 2500, I would.
Yeah.
But I just can't justify it. Even for what we need, I cannot justify
Right.
having 2,500 square inches.
Yeah.
But you know what's cool about them?
What?
They use so little power, and they basically use, like, when you research a smoker, they basically use 1 pound of pellets per hour.
Right.
And that doesn't matter if it's a 2,500 square inch or if it's 1,000 square inch or a 500 square inch. They're still going to use the same amount of pellets. So, like, it's not like you use more energy or anything like that. It's the initial cost of a bigger grill.
What I like about the new smoker that's coming in is that it holds way more pellets.
Yes.
How many more?
The one we have now holds like 11 pounds because it is basically a
Standard.
classic pit boss.
Classic. Yep.
And it holds 11 pounds. And this one here will hold 40.
Yeah. I'm happy about that.
All right, so I'm sure everyone's tired of hearing about smokers. But anyway, we are excited because, and you know what? When you have a channel, it's about meat.
Yeah.
You kind of,
You kind of want to make good food.
A couple hundred extra ain't that bad, I guess, for something that's going to be used so much more. And it has a 6-year warranty. So,
yeah, that was the other.
And we're not affiliated. I'm just excited.
Yes. So, and
Bob's here.
So that's the good thing about this week. I've been trying to do OMAD this week. So I set 3 goals for myself this week. And one of them was getting back to OMAD. Not for any reason other than where my eating schedule has been wonky here lately. I'm just trying to get it back on track.
Deb says Amy's visiting.
Hi, Amy. And my other goal was to not miss any DDP yoga workouts.
The yogurt
The yogurt workouts.
DDP yogurt.
Yep. That was goal number 2. And goal 3 was to leave the cheese and heavy whipping cream alone. Yesterday, I failed at OMAD because I had a root canal done yesterday morning. So I was numb. Half my face was numb. And then when that wore off, I was sore. And I thought, well, I may as well fast, right? No, once that kind of wore off, I was hungry. I ate. It wasn't enough. Immediately left work, met him at church because I wasn't going to make it home in time. And when I got home from church, I knew I didn't eat enough yesterday. So I made a burger, had a burger. So messed up OMAD yesterday. And then today I thought, well, I'll put everything in my tracker to make sure I have enough with me at work. And brought the food, but was full really fast. And so that's why I came in and ate some chicken wings.
Well, there's plenty of food still up there.
Right. But I failed on the OMAD, and that's all right.
You know what I did?
What?
So I came in and I told Noah, I was like, enough is enough. It's time to go back to working out. He's like, when? And I was like, now. He's like, now? And I'm like, now. He's like, but it's hot out there. I said, no, there's never going to be a good time.
Yeah.
There's never going to be a good time. Let's go do it. And we went out in the garage and we worked out.
Yeah.
And we're going to start back light again. I mean, it was kind of, you don't do it for a couple months and you immediately struggle. But you know what? I immediately felt good. And I was actually tired when I started it. But just that working out and getting the blood moving, I wasn't tired until 20 minutes before this live started.
Yeah, I felt good getting my yoga in. So I really like that. And Paulette Hasty asked, what kind of yoga? It is DDPY, Diamond Dallas Page Yoga. And it is streamed online, right? It has an app, or you can do CDs. And it's just something that we tried, and we had initially tried it for both of us to do together, but he hated it and I loved it. So it's not for everyone. I know Scott at Platte River Keto is doing it, and that's where I learned of it. So thank you, Scott. And
if you're thinking about doing it, there's actually free ones that's on YouTube that you can do the workouts before. Right. And watch the sales, because when we got it for it was like a Black Friday deal.
Yeah.
So she got it at half price, what it normally would have been. I think it was like $75 for the year.
Something like that. And Cassie over at Carnivore Quest has been doing it as well. And last I heard from her, she was loving it too.
Really?
Yep.
Better than me.
He did not like it, but definitely love it when I make sure I do it.
Robin says that we're practically our neighbors, Ohio and Kentucky.
That's right.
Okay. So Julie says that OMAD is harder for me than doing 2MAD with a 42-hour fast 3 times a week. I have no idea why, but once I started, it clicked and it's working, finally losing weight again.
Yay! That's awesome, Julie.
So she's doing OMAD, I'm guessing? Is that what she said?
No, 2MAD.
2MAD.
With 42-hour fast 3 times
Well,
a
when
week.
she said it was harder, I didn't know if maybe she was saying that.
Yeah.
And Amy said to call her when the ribs are going on the smoker.
Okay.
And, one of my favorite people's here, Susan.
Susan. I love Susan.
Brian says, start making your own bacon.
We need to do that. We haven't done that yet, but we definitely should.
How do we make our own bacon? You mean is it like buy pork belly and then season it?
I know he has posted some pictures in our Facebook group of this, and it always looks so good. It looks so much better.
Smell my hands.
It smells like smoke.
I smell like smoked meat.
Yeah.
I better watch out. She might try to bite me. And, okay, so how do you say this guy's name?
John Gugahan.
He gave us a $10 super chat. Well, he
You're
gave you a $10.
So sweet.
I hope your week brightens up. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, she was so, sad about the teeth thing, and I get it.
Yeah, it bums me out.
I get it, because I used to travel, okay?
Yeah.
I traveled for 7 years, and it seemed like the entire time that I traveled.
Yeah.
So you're out of town, and it seems like dental insurance is like a local, kind of a regional area.
Right.
No one would take my insurance. I would get out of town. I'd have a toothache, or I'd get a cavity and be working 7/12s, not be able to fix it. Next thing you know, or it was like a gum line cavity and they had to pull it.
Yeah.
And so I did lose some teeth. I only got a couple that match up in the back. Thankfully, I have them all in the front.
See, I'm the opposite. I've never, ever had a toothache until about 5 years ago. 6 years ago.
Yeah,
6 years ago.
About the age when I started having mine.
And I am a teeth person. Everybody's some type of whatever person, right?
Cindy says you're...
But I'm a teeth person, and when I smile, I show all my teeth, so I intend to keep them, and I intend to keep it that way. So I'm a flosser and a brusher.
Well, I wouldn't get any of the front pulled, and if I did, I'd have to tell them, look, there's got to be something to put in there, right now.
Yeah, it still bums me out.
Piece of PVC pipe or something.
Yeah.
Oh, we have so many comments, and I'm so sorry if there's anyone that we miss.
Oh, I'm sure there is,
yes,
I'm going to blame him.
But Jamie Livingston says, hola from Ecuador.
Ecuador.
So we have to acknowledge Ecuador.
Yes, we do.
And then Cindy said your shirt was cute.
Oh, thank you.
And Kathy is walking while listening. Okay. And Brian says
downpoured.
Brian says pork belly cured for a week and then smoked 150 degrees. To 150 degrees.
We should do it. We should totally do it.
And another thing that I am so looking forward to is on the RecTech website, there's so many recipes, okay?
Yeah.
But one of the things I'm really looking forward to is I'll have all kinds of space to make beef jerky.
Yeah.
I know it sounds silly, but I really want to make my own beef jerky because I love doing it in the oven.
Yeah.
But, all right, so Tom Rocks Keto says, Emily and James, I'm glad I caught you all live. Hi. Are you coming to Orlando? I don't think so.
I wish I was going to Orlando.
I don't think we can for the Orlando Summit. I don't think we can.
We are going to be at the Keto Palooza, though.
We are at Keto Palooza, and if you've not got your tickets yet,
why not?
Once again, we get nothing for this. We just want people to be there, and you could use a code RSK to get $20 off. I believe it's $20 off. It's not 20%.
Yeah, it's not. Jonna says, I'm melting. It is hot down there. It was 88 today here in Ohio, which was surprising, and it felt wonderful until it started to downpour.
I am never hot. I haven't been hot one time. As a matter of fact, like at work, when I ride with like people, like I feel obligated to turn the air conditioning on because they're hot.
Yeah.
But that makes me cold. Like I have to suffer with the AC on so that they don't sweat.
Yeah. I keep a heater running at my desk at work still. So.
And I don't know. I really like. I tell Emily almost every day that like I can't even enjoy summer anymore because I know winter's coming. Like I am so cold. Like I'm cold in the summer.
Yeah. He's already talking about moving again.
I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here.
John said, now you're doing the kind of smoking that's good for you.
Yes. Camille says it's 102 in Houston. OMG. See? All right, so there was one day when we were on the cruise. There was one day that, like, I totally sprung a leak. And then come to find out.
It was hot.
That day. I didn't realize how hot it was.
Yeah.
So that day, the heat index where we was 117.
Yeah.
So that was completely understandable that all of a sudden I started to sweat. Like my shirt was starting to get wet.
Yeah.
It didn't fully get wet, but it did get wet.
Yeah. It was hot. Kelly's going to KPL.
Yay.
Kelly, we need to spend more time together that weekend. I think so.
Time, you know, so we were on the cruise. We'd been on 2 other cruises, and they were both 5-night cruise.
Yeah.
This time it was 7.
Yeah.
8 days or whatever, 7 nights.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's going to be so much time. It was like a blink and it was over.
We haven't 100% decided if we're going on the cruise next year, but we're already getting FOMO. Right?
We're getting FOMO because we don't have the money to do
all of them.
Everything that we want to do, and a cruise takes so much money. So because of the cruise this year, I mean that was thousands and thousands of dollars, like for real.
Yeah, but I feel like we probably spent more on this one because there was a lot of things we had to do pre-cruise.
And we did an excursion on every single thing.
Yeah,
like,
that too.
Like even having to get the passports, even the plane tickets, all the stuff that we did.
Right.
With just the plane tickets, the passports, and the cruises, that was $5,000.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was quite a bit. And to be completely honest, it's almost like we're getting the rec tech free. And the reason is because I had taken more money out for the cruise.
Oh, yeah. This was extra vacation money we didn't spend.
This is actually, yes, extra vacation money that we did not spend.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of them things that, like, we had talked about it on the way back.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to tell you a secret. Because he does all of our financial stuff, like as far as paying the bills and stuff. And
That's why I'm always stressed.
Yeah. And he's like, we didn't spend as much as we set aside. I'm like, that means we can get a new smoker.
Lou says that they'll trade. It's Southern California is in the 90s.
Ooh.
I think that sounds wonderful.
It does sound wonderful.
And Lynette says if we're going to move, please consider Texas. And then
Noah totally wants to move to Texas now.
John says, are we coming to Ocala?
I wish we could go everywhere. John said, even with all that money you're making on YouTube?
Yes, even with all the money we're making on YouTube.
Right.
You know, I'll say this again. YouTube, for us, it pays for itself. That's what it does. It is a hobby that actually just pays for itself. Because, like, okay, so this streaming software I'm on, that at the end of July We will be switching to another streaming software, and that's a little bit cheaper, and that's only $240 a year.
Right.
But like the editing software is $300 that we paid, and
Yeah.
like just for music, to be able to put music in videos is like $140 or something like that.
Nobody cares about any of this.
I know nobody does, but I'm just saying that the money that we make from YouTube, all that does is make it so that we don't have to pay out of our pocket for YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, guess what?
What?
Carrie is 1 year and 5 months coffee and caffeine free. That's awesome, Carrie.
It is. When I hit my 1 year of nicotine free, I'm going to tell everyone.
You should.
Carrie says it's 104 degrees in Texas.
I think I might like that. I think I might.
Look who's
Shauna's here.
I see a pretty face.
I do too.
It's Shauna.
Shauna's
Tom,
a sweetheart.
Tom says Ocala is only 1 hour from Orlando. And then we could go to Universal every day.
I had a short stint
Every
in
day.
Florida. I lived in Florida for 5 months back in 2005. And I lived in Ocoee. I lived in Kissimmee and I worked in Ocoee. And then I came back home to
Kelly
Ohio.
wants to know, are you getting any smoke from Canada? Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely we are.
Yesterday, it looked like we were in the mountains all day.
Yeah.
Like in the morning. You know how in the morning you have like all the smoke on the mountains or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
It was everything has been smoky and hazy for days. Like
Yeah.
very noticeable when you breathe in that it's bad.
Yeah, and I will say on my way home, since it had rained a little bit anyway, it didn't look as bad. I hope Canada gets some rain. For sure.
Nora says, when I scroll across, there was no $sign to contribute to your channel. I wonder why. I don't know. John found
I
it.
have no idea.
John found it. Oh, well.
Tom Rocks Keto said he's in Kissimmee. Yeah, I rented a house there in Kissimmee. I liked it.
Everything's so expensive. I feel like now is definitely not the time to move
I
because
know.
we have a 3% loan on our home.
And we have a grandbaby on the way.
We don't care about that.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. That's one of the reasons we got to get out of here before this little jerk comes. 22Q Cat said over 100 peeps
Lynn.
in the chat. Oh, there it is. And then she also asked in the beginning how your mouth was doing. So there's lots of people concerned. I'll go back up. A lot of people.
Thank you. I feel a lot better today, and I don't know why, even though it's just dental work, it made me feel tired, it made me feel cranky and sore, where they put that stupid clamp in your mouth to hold your mouth open for like an hour and a half. It's like, come on now.
I hate that.
Yeah, so it's just, nah. But today I feel better. Thank you for asking. I actually woke up before my alarm clock today, which I hadn't done all week, and better.
Jackie says, wait, you didn't spend your cruise budget? You mean I could have got 2 sopapillas? Jackie, you could have got 2 sopapillas.
The Carnivore Live.
Yes.
Hello from Northwest Ohio. Hey.
That sounds even colder. Nancy's here.
Mama Bear Lynette. Lynette is the sweetest person ever. We were honored to meet you in Texas, and I hope we get to spend time with you again.
So Lynette did not go on the cruise.
No, but she donated her time.
And she drove everybody that didn't have a car that flew in. She
Yeah.
drove everybody who wanted to go back and forth to Heath and Shelley's house.
Yeah.
And even the next day, she was offering to drive anyone anywhere they needed to go if they wanted to go to
Yes.
Walmart or anything.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Totally 100% did not have to do any of that, and yet she still did. And I think that's wonderful.
Tom says, no train so far tonight. There actually was.
There
in
was.
The
You
very,
missed
in the
it.
very beginning. Shauna says, I have TMJ and always end up with horrible jaw pain.
Oof.
Nan's here.
Nan.
Michelle is in Northeast Ohio.
Northeast Ohio. That's up near Dawn, isn't it?
Northeast, yes. Up by Dawn.
Dawn does keto.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody else in Cleveland. Nora says, I know I was clicking on John's comment, but I could only do $1.99.
Well, thank you anyway.
Not up it.
We
I'm
love
not
you too.
Tech-savvy person. Love you guys. I'll figure it out. Well, thank you very much, Nora.
That's all right.
Has anyone tried pasta from chickpea flour? Have you tried anything like that?
I have not, but I have made pasta from eggs, and if you haven't done that, that's really good. It's just eggs and butter.
You know, I actually
And salt.
like the zucchini pasta. The zoodles, I guess they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love them, but I like them all right.
Mm-hmm.
And I like, what is the noodles that I like? The
egg noodles.
No, okay, not the egg noodles, but I'm talking about like the pasta that you would
Oh,
buy. The palm.
yes.
I-
Hearts of palm.
I do like the palm noodles. Not
Yeah.
that they're anything wonderful, but they don't like bother me.
I like the shiitake
No.
noodles, and he does not.
No, they're rubber bands. They're like chewy rubber bands, and they're bad. No good. No go.
We should do the egg pasta though. That's my favorite. I think that's my favorite.
Carrie says nurses quietly walk past the medicine cabinet not to wake the sleeping pills. Shauna wants to know what the grandbaby countdown, and do you have grandma and grandpa names picked out?
We do. He is going to be Donk.
I'm Donk.
Yep. If you've ever watched, I never remember what it was called.
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey, thank you. The grandpa on there, they called him Donk. And when we watched that years ago, I said, whenever you're a grandpa, you are totally going to be called Donk. And I thought it was funny. So definitely going to make that happen. I want to be called Granny because I think it's funny.
I think it's awful.
But
I do not want to refer to her as Granny.
But he can call me whatever he ends up calling me, and I'm okay with that. But the countdown is on. She is 32 weeks. She's measuring at 33 weeks. So 7 or 8 weeks to go. Cannot wait.
Joanna loves the palm noodles, and John says they have lupini pasta now. That's supposed to be pretty good.
I have some of the skinny pasta in the cabinet. And I thought I had it, and I couldn't find it, but then I found it yesterday.
There's pasta.
Yeah, I moved it to the front, so it's here.
Nancy made the egg noodles, and they were pretty good.
I like them.
Okay, so the thing with the egg noodles is that sometimes when you make them, they'll be perfect, and then sometimes they might not be perfect.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get them, when they're perfect, they're really, really good, the egg noodles.
Yeah.
When they're not perfect, they're still...
Good.
Yeah, but you're talking to someone... Now, she loved pasta. She loves pizza and pasta and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I like making the fathead dough and the noodles.
Yeah.
Not very often.
I was never an Italian person, although I do like pizza.
Yeah.
But I could go without ever having pasta again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I do like is like the Amish noodles. I do like pasta in that form of like chicken and noodles or something like that.
Yeah.
But
I don't miss it though.
Well, it's been 2 years yesterday. 2 years yesterday we've been keto.
High five.
High five. We did it. All right.
Mary Mac says, Chris Cooking in Nashville has some really good recipes. He has a mashed potato and potato salad one that everyone is making, and it's all carnivore. Really? Carnivore?
Carnivore potato salad. That sounds interesting.
Interesting. I'll have to look that
He's
up.
lost 100 pounds.
That's awesome.
Lynette says, for noodles, I use egg life wraps and use a pizza cutter to cut it thinly.
Yes. That's good too.
Nancy is jelly over the grandbaby.
I'm so excited.
We could sell it. We could sell it. I mean, there's people willing to pay for a grandbaby.
You're crazy. Crazy.
All right, so Kelly says, what kind of food is offered at KPL? So last year...
I don't know if they do the same thing every year.
Yeah, I don't know. Sunday was a full brunch. Sunday was like all you could eat, bacon, eggs.
I can't believe you remember all this.
Oh, yeah, because they actually had the best cauliflower, whatever you would call it. It was like,
Yeah.
it was like hash browns.
Yeah, but with cauliflower.
But with cauliflower, and that was like the best I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
That whole brunch was really good. Everything in there, and everything is totally, keto. Right down to like the heavy cream and things like that.
Mm-hmm. And they actually had plenty of food. I mean, they were telling people to go up for seconds and thirds.
Yes.
Like, Autumn knows how to put together an event.
So
I'm just gonna say that.
So she should plan the low carb. She should plan the low carb dinner for the cruise. But anyway, and then on Friday night they said, did they call it appetizers or hors d'oeuvres?
I think it was supposed to be appetizers, but it was...
It was a meal.
It was a meal.
I ate a meal on Friday night also.
Right.
So the only time that we had to, as far as during the conference, the weekend, we actually ran to Burger King on Saturday during the conference when everybody was speaking.
In the afternoon.
Yeah. Because we're really bad about sitting down and just listening to people.
We have a hard time sitting in one spot.
We went to Burger King and got like Whoppers or double cheeseburgers, whatever, without bread.
Double cheeseburgers with pickles and mustard.
And then on Saturday night, we all went to, you can walk to a Brazilian steakhouse from there. It's like a half a mile.
Yeah, and we had a huge group go, and it was really good.
And I will be doing the Brazilian steakhouse again this year, whether anybody else goes or not. I don't know if there's anyone going to plan anything or not, but...
Yeah, we did go have breakfast.
We did, and that was a really good place.
Yeah, we met up with Hungry Heath and Shelly and Shauna.
Yeah, that was Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And
Maitreya. And we did breakfast one morning, and it was really good. It was like the Broken Egg Cafe or something like that. But they were so accommodating. So accommodating.
Was Maitreya there?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and Sharon was there.
I remember Sharon was there.
And her husband.
I didn't know Maitreya was there.
She was there.
I just couldn't remember that. Quarter in the Woods says Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day. It's supposed to rain all weekend.
Nancy says, I can't say I really miss pasta either.
I really don't. And I was never a potato person, so that totally doesn't bother me.
Sean's here. He says, congratulations.
Thank you, Sean. I hope you're having a good day.
Jamie says, I just make any pasta dish without the pasta.
Exactly, right? So my favorite way to do that is fresh mozzarella and pepperoni and do like an Italian pasta salad minus pasta.
Nancy says, don't sell the grandbaby.
I hope you guys know he's joking.
Quarter in the Woods says, I think donk is appropriate.
Yes.
If anybody ever seen Downton Abbey, as stupid as it is, I really wanted to watch that show. I'm the one that actually decided that we would watch that show.
It was really good.
As stupid as it is. I just like things like that. I don't know.
He likes old-timey things.
I do. I like things. I don't like anything reality kind of. I don't like anything that's like now.
Yeah.
I like things that like put me back into a different age or make me think different, because I can go out, just walk outside and have real.
Yeah.
If I'm going to sit down and watch TV, I either want it to be cartoon or fantasy or,
Definitely.
Mary T's here.
Oh, Mary, I hope are you okay? I'm assuming if you're at work, that's somewhat okay. But I hope you're okay. Because she's in Canada, and I don't know where these fires are. Or where exactly she is.
Well, she's on the other side of Canada.
She's because she's
in
over.
Vancouver, over by Vancouver.
That's right.
So I doubt.
And my geography is horrible.
It's far away.
Mm-hmm.
Jonna says they had a snowstorm here in Banff, Alberta. Plus, we had tons of rain with more on the way. Our prayers were answered. Yeah. I'm guessing maybe that's close to the fires.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Joan. I hope you guys are okay.
Shauna says we are reading her mind. Scott Babel says, hey, awesome couple. Came in late. Sorry, had a great carnivore haul at Sam's today, and I'm set for the next month. Wow.
I feel like even when we go to Costco, it's like, oh, we're set for the week. I was so worried. We smoked like over 20 pounds of pork shoulder for the baby shower last weekend. And I'm like, James, I'm so worried this is not enough meat. And he's like, Emily, it's fine. I'm like, but James, we eat like this much.
Okay, but there was only like 6 of us there that were carnivore or keto.
Yeah.
So the average person is not eating a pound of meat. The average person thinks, oh, meat, I can only have a spoon of it.
Yeah, so I literally left and ran up to the store in the afternoon and bought 3 pounds of hot dogs to put on the smoker really quick before the shower because I was still worried.
6 pounds of hot dogs.
Oh, 6 pounds. 6 pounds of hot dogs.
We did, and we needed them because, there was supposed to be some other meat there, and come to find out there wasn't going to be at the last minute. And I was like, well, what do we do? And she's like,
I have to do something.
Yeah, I have to do something. So she ran and got 2 3-pound packs of the GFS hot dogs. Mm-hmm. And them are actually really clean hot dogs, to be honest.
Yep.
And they're good.
And our pork shoulders turned out perfect. Perfect.
Look, Carrie says a couple of days ago he got his house weatherized for free. They're a Texas company that helps out low-income people.
Really? That's awesome, Carrie. I didn't know places did that.
Jackie says she would love to see all the comments about the low-carb cruise dinner. Yes, Kelly, the Brazilian steakhouse.
Yes.
You can just, as soon as you walk out of the Galt House, straight down the road, there's a Brazilian steakhouse on the right.
Yeah, it's not very far. And really any place other than Burger King, we walked to the breakfast place and we walked to the Brazilian steakhouse.
So, during that time, now, we don't have to be this active or whatever. We did a lot of walking. We walked everywhere. Mm. But during that time, for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'd walk like 20 miles.
Yeah. I love it, though.
So, when I can honestly say that we never ate anything off plan that entire time. We did not, nothing, even though we were gone. And when we came back,
it was easy though.
I was literally 10 pounds up because of just inflammation or whatever, and walking and all the, standing. I'm not one that sits down. So when I'm around a bunch of people, I just want to stand up and I talk to everybody.
Yeah. Yes.
Carrie says Emily could relish the hamburger with the pickles. Yes, Shauna says something egg. It was, I bet you know what it's called.
Birkin egg, I think, or something egg, yeah.
Tom says, I guess.
Something egg.
Tom says, I guess he has to go to KPO.
Yes.
You guys are making it sound so good.
She really, really puts her heart into it and it feels like a family reunion. I just love it.
Keto Palooza is, it's described as a family reunion, and I do believe that that's what it is. It is basically, if you want to go to the conference, you can go to the conference. The conference is there. Mm-hmm. But or you can just walk around and mingle and talk, and
right.
That's what you'll find me doing.
Yeah. And mingle and talk with the speakers when they're not speaking, because they're there wanting to talk to you too. So I think that's great.
John says he wishes he could get to KPL.
I want you to go to KPL too.
Kelly says the pre-cruise dinner was awful.
Was it?
She says it was awful.
Oh.
Jackie says, I was at KPL last year, but I was more fly on the wall.
I know you were, Jackie. I know.
And Mary T says the Brazilian steakhouse at Louisville was so good.
It was so good.
I met you for the first time at breakfast at KPL.
I feel like we really got to talk more on the cruise. Still not enough, and it never feels like it's enough time, but I think you are so, so, so sweet.
Marianne says she missed the Brazilian steakhouse last year. You definitely need to go this year.
Yes, for sure. And we got to meet Marianne last year at KPL, too.
We did.
And she's a sweetheart, too. I'm telling you, this whole community is flippin' awesome. Wouldn't you agree?
I can't wait to see Marianne this year.
I know. But wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Look, because of all the money that we make on YouTube, we wouldn't do it if it wasn't for the community, because sometimes it's a lot more trouble than it is good. But the community, the friends, and look, I can tell you this. I can honestly tell you this. So I was talking to your friend Rachel the other day when we were at
The shower.
And even she noticed how much happier you are. And it's not, I don't even think it's the weight loss. I think it's just how you've came out of your social shell since this.
Yeah, I was just telling like Jackie and Dawn and Jen this morning because we kind of had a conversation on that topic, and I never really had any friends.
Just me.
Not very many.
I'm lucky I found her before she was popular because I never got her.
But I've always been socially awkward. You know, I was the girl that got picked on for being fat, and I was very quiet. So I was always the one that stuck to myself because fear, maybe, of what other people thought of me. And I'm still kind of weird now because I can totally open up and talk to you. But, like, in person, I feel like you have to take the initiative and come to me. But then I'll talk your ear off, and I'll just keep talking.
Here from South Kakalaki, it's Amy.
Amy!
Dustin says Bridgerton was so good. I have not seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I wouldn't mind watching it. Bob says, I picture James as more of a dunk from
Crocodile Dundee.
Sean says, I watched it by myself, bro.
It's good. I think Austin even watched that one with us. Mary
Mack said her husband enjoyed Downton Abbey, too.
It's really good. We should rewatch it.
It is really good. You know what, though? The movies are not as good as the show. So don't watch the movie thinking...
We haven't watched it.
We've watched 2 of them.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Or we've watched at least one of them, and it's not...
I think you watched it without me.
No, I didn't. I did not watch the last one. Movies cannot do what the show does.
Yeah.
I always like TV so much more than movies. Like, movies just ain't really my thing anymore.
Yeah.
But TV, we all love TV.
Yeah.
Joanna loves English humor. Remember? Have you been served? Okay, that's called Are You Being Served? And I loved it. And I loved that show. I loved Are You Being Served? Miriam's here.
Miriam, another awesome person that you would get to meet at KPL.
She's calling me lovely.
I think she's referring to everyone else.
Oh, it wasn't me. I thought it was me and you.
I'm just kidding.
Miriam wants to know how everybody's doing.
We're doing good, Miriam. I hope you're doing good.
All right. Sharon says peaches and cream for tonight's final meal. Oh, I don't think I've had it before. Amazing. And just like that, everyone thinks different.
I know.
I know.
I just had somebody else said something because we were talking about the birthday cake and how I think it's amazing. And they were underwhelmed.
I thought the birthday cake keto chow was very true to the flavor. I thought it was exactly as I thought.
Yeah.
And I will say that when I heard that they were having strawberry cream and vanilla cream, I was like, what a bummer. You know what I mean? But I was pleasantly surprised at how good the strawberry and the vanilla cream are. They're like completely different flavors.
They're good. Yeah.
Just can't go back to the regular vanilla and strawberry anymore.
And what do you do? I see some birthdays coming up.
Mary T says, I'm okay. I'm in
BC.
British Columbia because we are on fire too.
Ooh.
Fire season starting in June is becoming the norm. I live beside the forest, so fingers crossed we don't get evacuated this year. Nothing close yet.
Mary, I pray that you're safe.
I hope we don't get evacuated because we got like 2 trees in our house.
In their yard?
And they're small.
They're little trees.
We don't have many trees around us. It's like they cleared out a bunch of land to put this little subdivision in. And it's still it's actually kind of wet around here.
Yeah, a little bit. Sean at Intentional Carnivore said, how about this? I got Autumn on my channel and my chat malfunctioned. You guys know how I am with technology anyway.
I felt like
that stinks.
Fish out of water. She is awesome, though, just like you guys. So
she
thank
is
you
awesome.
very much.
And you're awesome. 100%.
I seen,
We were listening to it last night.
so we must not have got to the point where it messed up.
Because it didn't sound like there were any malfunctions.
Mary T has a firebox ready to go. Photos, letters, things I can't replace. Shauna says she left a few words about the pre-cruise dinner. And then Sharon says, don't forget about wild eggs. That's what it was called.
That's what it was called.
Wild eggs. Great breakfast, easy walk. That was probably the best.
Very good service.
You guys know I don't like eggs.
Yeah.
But my omelet was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, omelets sound good.
Carrie says, I found Oscar Mayer Keto salami. It has pork, chicken, and beef, and the beef is beef hearts, and it's less than 1 gram of carbs.
Really?
It's my favorite since I also do liver.
Really? I like that kind of salami, so that could be a way to get liver in, for sure.
Lynette says, I really do want to go to KPL, but it's my 40-year high school reunion in St. Louis.
40 years? How old are you, Lynette?
So I hope to go in 2024.
You're not that old.
Lynette, I think you should just go to KPL.
Yeah.
Because
we want to see your face.
All your new friends will be there. Jen says, I'll be forever grateful to KPO because I got to meet you all in person and we become such great friends.
That's definitely a weekend I will never, ever forget. And I have a bad memory.
Nancy K says, rolling in the YouTube money.
Right.
Sean says, yeah, all that money.
All that money.
There's people who make the money on YouTube.
Yeah.
I just don't know how.
I know.
Well, you don't. Are you taking control?
No.
What are you trying to read?
I thought you skipped something.
Joanna says, I'm following you two about 18 months and I've noticed you both mature and are more engaging.
It's the shyness. This shyness kind of world.
And Veebs Kale says, hello, I'm first time here.
We're happy you're here.
Sean says, Emily, you need to hang out with Beth. She is just like that. She needs friends. Everybody needs friends.
Yeah.
Everybody needs friends.
That would be my most favorite thing since we've started this journey is the friendships that I've gained. And I will forever, forever be grateful for that.
Amy says, that's South Carolina. Go Gamecocks. Love you guys. Mary Max says, have you seen Foley's War? I have not seen Foley's War. I have not. Dustin says, are you being served? Was awesome. You know that goofy British show I watch sometimes at night on YouTube? You know what I'm talking about? It's like usually when you know what? This is how it is. I usually wait for Emily to go to sleep because part of me is like ashamed for watching something so foolish like that, but it's still hilarious and I love it.
That and what's the other one? Laurel and Hardy.
I love Laurel and Hardy. They're my favorite.
Yeah. He does that in secret too.
I do. I watch Laurel and Hardy. I love everything Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
And the Three Stooges. And I could spend the rest of my life watching just the old shows.
Right.
I don't need anything new.
Yeah. He loves it.
Carrie says TV shows today can't come close to the old school TV shows. No, they cannot.
Yeah.
And Marianne likes peaches and cream.
A lot of people do. Dustin says he has an OG chocolate in the fridge to try. What's OG chocolate?
OG chocolate. I don't know.
OG chocolate.
It's like, oh, gee, you got chocolate. Tom says, I just looked at hotels for KPL. Holy cow. Okay, so last night, Autumn on her live said that she is trying to get more rooms released.
Blocks of rooms,
yeah, for the room rate because the ones that she had reserved were gone.
Yeah.
So she's trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I would not let that stop you from
I know some people who stayed in Airbnbs, but I really liked the
what?
Staying there.
Yes.
I felt like that was part of it.
Yeah, that way you don't have to leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, John said birthday cake. He thought it was glorified vanilla, and I think it's awesome. I'm afraid to tell you how much I like the vanilla cream.
John says chocolate toffee and caramel macchiato is still top of my list.
I really, really enjoy the fall flavors like the gingerbread and the pumpkin. Caramel macchiato is my top favorite. Chocolate toffee, chocolate, anything chocolate. If it's something else, I like to mix chocolate.
Marianne says, are we going on the cruise next year? She's thinking about it. And that is exactly what we are doing. We are thinking about it because, so of all the keto events, there are so many we have not done.
Yeah. We really, really wanted to go to Omaha.
So there's no KetoCon next year. They're calling it something different.
Mm-hmm. Hard to Kill Summit.
No, it's not.
No,
Hard
that's
to Kill is Omaha. They're calling it something else, and I really don't like that because I feel like everyone wants to distance themselves from the word keto, and they want to bring in other things, which is fine if they need to bring in other things.
Yeah.
But why do they got to take the name, why not keep something in it that shows like what it is?
Mm-hmm. Unless they're changing it.
Unless they're changing what it is, but I don't think I want any part of that.
Yeah.
But I've never been to Orlando. I
heard it was great though.
We still haven't been to Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of other events to go to.
We have goals.
We've never even been to Salt Lake to see Keto Chow.
I know. I want to do that too. I do.
Tom says he got the Fairfield Inn less than a mile from Orlando for $88.
Heck yeah. That would be awesome.
Amy Davis is here.
Amy, hi.
Dustin says, I hope there is a 2024 KPL. There will be.
I
Think
hope so.
positive.
Yes, think good things.
Janice says, you don't know me, but I love you guys. Hello from Delaware.
Hi, Janice. We love you too.
And Carnivore Quest says...
KPL, baby.
And Carnivore Quest will be at KPL.
Yes. I did something to my watch. Okay.
And
sweet.
Brianna says that Autumn will be adding more rooms soon, so that might lower the price for you if you're looking.
Brianna, you're going too, right? I hope so.
Miriam says, I'm so good.
She is so good. Lynette said I could probably switch and go to KPL because I was never the popular kid in high school and was always a bit awkward. Definitely not one of the popular kids. I think I would have had a better time at KPL.
You will.
I love and adore you, Lynette.
We won't even stuff you in the locker.
I haven't gone to any of my high school reunions because I thought the people that went to my high school were awful. A majority of them.
I never went to my high school reunions at all. Mm-hmm. And you know why?
Why?
Because mine got messed up.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because you graduated early.
I did. So I got enough credits my freshman year that I was able to basically, if I went to summer school I could skip my sophomore year. So I went right from being a freshman into being a junior. So I went to school up until that point with the class of 96. Well, I graduated with the class of 95. So I don't know anybody there, kind of. So I've never really... I never really went.
Yep.
I don't even know them people anymore.
Yeah. I get it. But either way, we would love to see you at KPL, though.
Jackie said the Jim started getting into the pork
You should have not let him
Apparently I'll have to stock up next weekend when I go to... She's going to Jingle Jim's. We'll go to Jungle Jim's and we'll see which one's better.
We have to go this weekend.
Isn't Jackie coming over?
I'm out of pork rinds. No. That's next
Cindy says Laurel and Hardy as well as the Three Stooges were great for sure. My grandmother was an Abbott and Costello fan.
Yeah.
But I like Laurel and Hardy better.
I know you did.
Scott says, British shows. My wife loves keeping up appearances, but I can't stand it. Lynette says, if you decide to watch Bridgerton, I highly recommend you watch it in your own room after Noah goes to sleep. Just saying. See, that probably eliminates the fact that I don't want to see it. I feel like if I can't watch TV with, like, the elementary school class, I don't want to watch it. I feel like that's just where I like to be as far as my decency meter. So I hate that though. I really do. And you know what's crazy is all these companies, like kids movies and kids shows, or I shouldn't even say kids, family stuff, something that's not bad or doesn't have, full of bad language and sex. That stuff makes so much more money than anything else. But yet people still just want to make it, for an adult. And they're sacrificing making money or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just wish there'd be more family stuff.
We got Mario.
We have Mario Brothers.
Ooh, Jonah says, or Joanna. Am I saying it wrong?
Joanna?
Go ahead.
My neighbor lets me pick fresh blueberries from her yard, just blended up a batch to freeze and use with yogurt or ice cream.
I believe Shauna posted a picture of some Keto Chow blueberry pancakes that looked really good. They were pancakes, right, Shauna?
Shauna says, I like those two British ladies. How clean is your house? Carrie says the best humor is Red Skeleton, which I liked Red Skeleton when I was a kid.
Yeah. And John's original chocolate OG. Sometimes I have to have it spelled out for me.
Cindy says being there at the Gold House is the best.
It is.
And Shauna says I was at an Airbnb with Heath and Shelley because they needed to bring their dogs.
Yep. So
Where is Shauna staying at the Gold House this year?
Are you coming to KPL, Shauna?
She's coming.
She is?
She has a countdown. She better be coming.
But Heath and Shelley are not coming,
I don't think they are.
Okay. Shauna.
All right. S. McKay.
Where and when is Keto Palooza?
Keto Palooza is in Louisville.
And it's the first week of October.
The first weekend, I believe, of October.
Weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Cannot wait.
And Keto Chow has a site. It's low carb events, I believe, and that is where you can find all the events that are happening.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Cindy says KetoCon is going to be Hack Your Health.
Yep. And Cindy went to KetoCon and she said she had a good time. So even if it's changed to Hack Your Health, I think it could still be a good time.
Well, I don't want to go to it.
This tells me we're a little bit behind. Tom Rocks Keto says next year's cruise is out of Orlando. We already got pricing.
Yes.
And we haven't completely pushed it to the side yet. We're still considering it. But we'll definitely tell you as soon as we know for sure.
Savannah says pitter patter, let's get at her. Finally caught alive, guys. And Nancy's favorite Keto Chow is chocolate peanut butter.
Yeah, that's up there too, actually. Anything peanut butter, right?
Mary T says Keto Chow is the only reason to visit Salt Lake, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Fredman's Salt Mines.
And there's mountains. Yeah. Other than that, I've
never been out there.
I have driven through Salt Lake on my way out to Reno when I was working out in Reno.
Yeah.
And it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. It seemed, I will say, it seemed kind of bougie where I was.
All right, Lady Fritzader said, I'm going to make a pina colada and orange cream creamy, seeing as it is summer. Okay, so I had a thought yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I'm curious if pina colada mixed with birthday cake as a creamy would taste like a pineapple upside down cake ice cream. What do you think?
Yes.
Maybe. It's possible. Brianna said, I will be there. I'm not supposed to take days off attached to 3-day weekends. I'm a teacher, so I will cough, be very sick that Friday. I'm so happy.
Lynette is changing her plane ticket from St. Louis to Kentucky. I can't stand it.
FOMO, right?
Well, now, see, there we go. And Lynette, just so you know, if you need a ride.
Yes.
We will drive you if you needed to go somewhere.
Yes.
Because you did so well with everybody else.
Yes. If you need anything or if you need picked up from the airport, We are your people.
Robin says we are going to Low Carb for Better Health in Burns, Tennessee on 8/26. Please go with us. Autumn and Ken Berry will be speaking.
That is the Nashville
That is.
8/26. Okay, so we were going to, James had it pulled up, was going to buy the tickets, but I got scared because the grandbaby's due date is the 18th of August 18th. And since it's the first, and I know sometimes when it's the first, they come a little bit late, and maybe not, maybe early, who knows, but I still had a fear of missing the birth of him, which they invited me to be there during the birth, and so I'm very excited about that.
Ooh.
I'm very, very, very honored and excited for them.
Are you going to take pictures?
No.
We could live stream right from the birth. Can we live stream?
No. No, I'm definitely excited though.
Shauna says I stopped watching it for me personally.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the Bridgerton thing, right?
Yeah.
Terry says ketogenic woman interviewed Chris cooking Nashville, and it was great. We're gonna have to watch Chris cooking Nashville.
We do need to.
Yeah, you said it right, Joanna.
Joanna.
Mary T says, who watches Coronation Street? Probably no one. It's a British soap opera that's been on since 1960. Some of the actors started as kids and are still there. I've never heard of it.
I haven't either. Shawnee said it was blueberry. I want to buy blueberries because those looked really good. And I want those.
Shauna is staying at the Gold House with Sarah and Sharon.
Yes. You got some awesome peeps right there. Elementary class, so you want to watch TV with me?
Yes.
Oh, Shauna, thank you for posting that site for the low-carb events.
Tom says he found Fairfield for KPL for $120 a night.
There we go.
And you know, okay, so we don't get around big cities much. But one of the things that I noticed when we were in Louisville, so there's these bikes and scooters everywhere that you can rent. Literally everywhere. So you could just spend like $1 and get on a motorized scooter and go.
Yeah.
So even if you're a mile away, you're probably just $1 ride on a scooter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're just like they're loitering. Like they're literally, you got to step over them. They're everywhere on the sidewalks.
I did tell James last year that next year or this year, they're right on the corner there at the Galt House. There is a Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse. And I told him that I did want to go there. I do want to go there. I've never been.
That's expensive steak.
I know.
Well, if we're getting a very expensive smoker, we can make steak on it. We can make cheap steak.
I can't wait. On
it. Terry wants to do the Alaska cruise in 2025, low carb.
Yeah.
I think we should just say that if it's going to be a low carb cruise and it's going to be going to Alaska, maybe we should just go. Maybe we should just commit to the Alaska 2025.
You think?
Even though that sounds cold.
I know. That's my issue with it.
Like, I can't imagine, like, what does everyone do on an Alaskan cruise? Like, bundled up with a sweatshirt?
Right.
Is there even pools on this thing?
I mean, I am a little bit worried.
What do you do, fish?
But most of your time is on the cruise ship anyway, and I did feel like I needed a jacket a lot of times, even in Mexico on the cruise.
Because we're always cold.
Yeah. So.
Brianna says, my issue with KetoCon is the cost of Ubering back and forth since there aren't a lot of restaurants and hotels close to the convention center.
I could see that being an issue. That's what's great about KPL is you can pretty much walk wherever you need to. If you stay at the Gold House.
Tom says he'll throw in Disney tickets for a day if you come to Orlando. The wife works for the mouse.
Ah! That's enticing.
It definitely is. Shauna says, and a Utah burger. Yes, that's one of the things that I hear about.
Oh, yeah, the Utah burger.
The Utah burger. Oh, you guys. All right, it is after 8, and
we're behind. I want to say hi to Hookah. Hookah, I just saw you on there.
And don't forget Mary.
And Mary Marbear.
Yeah. So.
Mary and her husband are so sweet, too.
Sharon says, I still have my original room booked for KPO. It's available I'm now rooming with Sarah and Shauna. I reserved for 2 nights, Friday and Saturday.
Really?
All right.
That go hunt her down and get the room at the Galt House if you need one.
All right, you guys.
Everyone talk Emily into Alaska. You won't have to really twist my arm very much.
We love being with you guys. It doesn't matter
Yes.
really what it is.
And if everybody's going to go to Alaska, then I've got to go, right?
All right. You guys have a great night.
Why are you looking at me?
You guys have a great night. And we will see you soon. We got to shut this down and get ready to watch Joe and Rachel ourselves.
Yes.
Have a great night.